I'm saying? That you know because you are supporting. You know, again, I do my best to send you the gematria of Martin. I don't feel I did that yesterday. And it's supposed to be on the website. We're getting that adjusted yet. These energies with a certain amount of support. You just listen to the gematria. You know you're going to get hit. But when you know it's coming, you can flip it. You see? Okay, I need to sit this mask. You can once you know it's coming, you can also see it as it's a confirmation for you that you're doing great. You're supporting the right people. That's how you know. That's how Mom and I have always known. Everybody goes through that with us around us. You didn't get the message. I didn't really put a message up today. I was going to do a song and a message, but my son did it. They did charge my son with both murders, so he's got 2 life terms. My oldest son. And again, he didn't do it. You see, so I had to get used to it quick. That was one of the reasons that propelled me home, was to help him get off as much as possible, because I knew it was for me. I knew it was from at the moment, the light work that I was doing, constantly battling it, taking it on, and that anybody that does that, let alone live, they get fucked with, you see, or they get killed. Now, you are all protected from being killed. So, were you able to watch? Do you watch any of the back clips on Joy Rain's daughter? The videos and stuff. Anyway, there's a video on the mountain that we took, and this happened to me several times in Colorado. Because Colorado, you get fucking wailed on. Okay, well, just so you know, the videos are there. If you need the mega information, we'll get you the mega passcode so you can get in the mega and look at the stuff that's not. If it's not, I don't know why it wouldn't be on the website. Anyway, there's a video there. I'll bring it up. Bring that video up so you can see me and what's going on with me. Wait till you see Meta. You're like, holy fuck, Micah's a new person. Oh my lord, this is fucking amazing stuff. I was watching that on the way to Tismene today. I didn't want you to take those energies. I brought it really, really like that. That's why I think it's worse there. Okay, gallery. Yeah. Please, I hope you have a drink of wine or something. Join us for a drink. I'm ready for this shot. Ready then? Oh, what a beautiful sky. Ready for the...
It's a job assignment. It's like
Look, you can come over here.
It's like step 1. It's step 1 of it.
Multiple challenges we feel that they'll give. We feel really good about it. Good things are happening. Good things are happening. And the hint I got I could share, because I got it protected, was stability by the 3rd. Should be great. To get this job that will put us stable.
Woohoo!
You see, it's huge. We won't have to depend on anyone. We have to stockpile money for it, the whole family, of course. But simply just to be stable, and not have to depend on some outside source all the time. You see, is really important. Really important.
They have several job interview process, and this is the first step, where they give a project, and I had to complete the project for their assessment. Yep. So it's an entire campaign of a publicity work for an investment firm. I will do my best.
You will do better than that.
Yeah! I will pass with flying colors. I know it. I'm so excited. It's a regional thing. It's a regional publicity. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I love it. I love this challenge. Yeah. Something similar that I've done in the past is, publicity in the country. Well, this one is regional, so it is a new experience.
But where do I put them all in one box? So I can see them all.
Rewind. Video.
Is it vodka next?
It is tequila.
No, that's vodka, right? Or is that tequila? Huh?
Yes, you just had tequila.
And let me switch off on them. I finally got a little bit of scotch, so we're gonna enter the scotch into the super. What day is super? Are we on the super day?
Fifth?
No, way longer.
6.
You have to look back at the video and see when we started super. It's either a week or 8 days, man. You got to keep track of these things because I'm still on probation. Basically, I call it probation. Basically, when they put the super in, they activated the super. Right? Everything has to, when I'm conscious, has to come together. So they wouldn't give me a time on it, how long it was going to be, because they want me to rush it. They have to allow it. They want me to, of course, as always, stay away from anything progressed things that have happened, and you feel them. They keep happening. You see, and it's when it because the domino is going to take place. This is how creation works. Fuck the trickle down. It's a domino. I don't like the way because I need to look up here. So it's how the team responds, excuse me, to the domino when these mistakes happen, and Luna is in charge of them, and Micah, basically. They know more than anybody what has to be done when it has to be done. And if they continuously make the same fucking mistakes over and over, it pisses me off, and it slows down the super healing, basically, the super genes healing. Okay, so I haven't even said that today yet because I don't want them to worry and fucking act. You can't. There's a fine line between being perfect and a robot. You see, a fine line. So you have to,
26 October.
once you start, I don't know what that means. Once you start, it's not. It's 26th of October.
6 days.
That is incorrect. It's incorrect.
Huh?
It's incorrect. I'm telling you. Today's a week. So you gotta have to go be incorrect. I have a video, I have a song of it. I'll tell you the date. So you see, most likely the 25th, 24th. Right? It's gonna be so a week of this. What can I say? Is that it might be 8 days because the 555 day was to be 5 days in on it. Because that added, I didn't even bring it up. It was gonna be, it would have been 5555. Basically, the 555 day that Mom's been gone. Don't worry, that job isn't gonna be as hard as me. I'm sure.
Huh?
You'll do great at it.
What would be as hard?
So far, what I can share about the super is everything is so squished together.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is so magnified on every level. Ask me, every level. And I get annoyed fucking easy. I don't have the balance of my medicines, and that's very difficult when I have to do shit like go to fucking Tiffany because the fucking horror machine does not fill still. The ATM machine, you know. Yeah, she doesn't drive yet, and I did good on the sleeping thing though. And see, right now sleeping or driving makes me sleepy. It has been since I've been down here. It's a sea level thing. So I did good with that. talking to ancestors about everything else that's going on with the super. So my feeling also has increased. I mean, everything's increased as far as what I can feel, what I can see, what I want to accomplish. You see, in a day, we got how many songs out yesterday? 27 songs yesterday were posted. Holy shit! Remember we were doing one a day. You see, so that's in part due to her laziness, and we're not gonna go there and make it about her. It's not. We found out how old we are. So how old are we today, Micah? Is this being posted? Did you do the website? Okay, get the stuff and do that right now. We'll get the laptop. Let's get that done. They revealed the number that we were to insert into our equation to find out how old I am. In this lifetime, I'm 1.36 something, 5, 6 something old. The way everything has went. And we have to rehard ourselves with something, Robin sharing that. You know, the more out of tune, out of sync that the children are with mom and dad being together, the longer it takes. So we're at over 8.7. They're not giving me the other number right now because they want me to heal. They want me to. It was a major surgery. And that super surgery is major surgery. You see, I'm still healing from it. So it's. So yeah, Robin has something for you. And you haven't done this lately, daughter. You're becoming immaculate again. You know, the next time you want to question us, and that's not counting mom's age within this lifetime. That's mine. Okay? Next time you want to question something, look at the age badge. This lifetime. Now, if you want to look at it another way, Robin shares, and feel into it as a student, as a student of horror education, which we all are. It's not like, except for you've had a lot more. Look at the accumulation of knowledge over the last 1.36 million, and question that pool, that library of knowledge. You see, so you wouldn't ever, as an educated being, you simply wouldn't. And you can imagine the irritation when beings do. She still does it. It's the difference is the mix up is the moment of now confuses it. For every moment of now is a new moment. And the lack of living that experience really confuses beings because they always want to go back and grab something and use it. See? Resistance. And use it. Handcuffs. No handcuffs, hands up, remember? Put them on your legs, palms up. You'll receive the vibration in the lesson as opposed to blocking it. Okay? So if your hands are together, you're in cuffs. If you're like this, you're in resistance. You're locking the truth up from your hands. So it's not hands up, it's hands, palms up. And you'll get it. Okay. It's irritating me more because I look at myself through the reflection of all of you, and I'm like this bitchy fucking cunt whore. In that way, in that paradigm. You see? Yet that's my job, and that's everyone's job, is to not enable, to choose divine, and stop enabling, which is the hardest fucking thing for humanity. That's why we've got the super, that's why. And since we've got the super, things have been great. I'm telling you, things are fucking going. Energetically, they're going. Look at from 7 days ago, and look at the rise on the website. If you want to go to Analytics, son, the YouTube studio, check it out. She's busy doing the website. Okay. And look at the March. I mean, the last time we looked, we were up 70%, just like that. So it's happening quicker. Right here. Gotta get my front teeth fixed. I always look up when I'm lower, and I'll see my cracked tooth. I could have got that fucker fixed so many times. I never did. And it only bugs me now. It's only been bugging me. It's weird.
The cutest tooth ever.
We want to share that with super not only comes great responsibilities, yet you remember more. You see, and with that, we know every level that mom and pops have went through. Robin shares. Robin's here is I don't trust your man. Halloween and all. So they have more. Each level is a remembrance of who we are truly. And you can say, well, what, you didn't realize you were God before, or you didn't believe it as much? No, for that level, I was 100%. Every level, it comes up more. And it's more apparent to us now, more than ever. Very tough. With everything happening to my Earth son this week, it's very tough to look at that. Like, all of this had to happen. You see, I wished him that. If you don't know that, my son is brilliant. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Brilliant being. I mean, he's making as much money as you make right now, Doug, in a fucking month in high school. As a master at so many things, you see. But it makes me look at everything like I had to do that. Oh no, that's what I was saying. I had to ask of mom in the moment to protect him. He was doing some things with some wrong people that weren't. He started to badmouth us. The money started to make him better. So I had to ask to keep him safe. This is when I was first really feeling into, of course, before I came to mom, how powerful my words are, how quickly they come to fruition. You see, and I found out that was the hardest lesson I ever found out, because they kept him safe all right. You get it? He's safe in jail. So it's okay to smile. I have to. It's been 6 years. That's almost 7 years since that wish. This is one of the things that I knew that the team, the 5D horrors, I don't like that word anymore. The horrors, because humanity has cleared the horror. I'm doing my best to clear out the horror language. So we'll clean it up. When I asked them to help, none of them have helped. I get my son's information in jail, so I could write them, help them. They wouldn't do it. See, it wasn't their job to be 100% all mom all the time. That's not my job. FM's job. You see. But they chose it, and mom would this is the thing about mom. Mom's going to give you the message when it comes to me. Now, with the plan and everything that was to happen, you see, we had to do it that way to spread it out, so to say. And I remember the day mom said, Robin, thank you, Robin. Mom would use Robin and Jermaine all the time to share news that she didn't want to share. And also, there's depths of reasons for that, of protection for both of us through this whole plan. Anyway, Lucifer, Father, has got a different part of the contract that hasn't been revealed yet. You see? That's why it's not 100% about him and her together, in that sense. So that's the reason is that we'll spread things out, so that will protect us for this part of it. To protect mom. Mom's within me. I've got the greatest fucking package delivering ever. That's why I'm such a dick. It's the most precious cargo you could ever have. We never do it before. It's never been done. You see. And we're coming up to a point, children, just to let all that be and get as much information to you as possible. This is why we're sharing. We're coming up to a point where it's going to be all right. We're getting close. We're really getting close. And that stability takes place, it's going to fucking whack us into a fucking good place. How can I give my number to all the world? Which I did have. That's my personal number. And not be ready for them when they come. You see. And as everyone knows that has ever come to the field, you have different type of work that you do in the field. That's so precious because you're helping clear it for the whole collective. You're basically little fucking creator, fucking your little conductors, little directors and conductors, and that's what you do. You see, I don't like to word it. That's how much you take on. Yeah, it's very important. It's part of the team. That's the pack. That's the pack. You see? So we're so it's become so serious in the room. Martina, you bring a lot of seriousness. I'm just picking on you. Yeah, it's the awe. Yet, Robin wants you, and I'm going to use Robin a lot tonight. It's simple. It's simple. Robin is the ambassador, okay, as Jermaine is too. And he will speak upon things that are very, very important. Now, I hold Robin back all the time because you don't want to hear what he says because that nigga's cutthroat. He's not like me and Jermaine. He's like Mom. Now we're both. So perhaps that's something that's happening with Jermaine too because we're going into super and that nigga sold out. So did Robin, not the way Jermaine did. And Saint Jermaine. See, Saint Germain's a whore. All saints, whores. All sellout whores. All archangels, archaea, all sellout whores. They had to be readjusted. Everything had to be literally removed from them. Okay? So some of the things that Jermaine has done, which are things that I would fucking do, if I had to. But he did them in a way you don't want to know about. And I have to erase that from all creation. All those things have to be forgotten about, so nobody knows it. That's what we do for you. The other aspect that we do for all of you that you don't get. You don't remember, so you don't care. You see? Yet all creation remembers. You see? And trust me, there ain't nobody fucking close to perfect in this bitch, including myself. If you get to hidden underlines, then that's as close as you'll ever get to what I just said, but pertaining to you know who. So we all have to work on being perfect. You see, all of us. I caught him. I caught Mom a few times. Did I bring it right up in her face like this fucking room whore will do to me? No. Fuck no. That's the worst. That would be the worst. That's the worst part of the fucking human fucking psyche. That's the war. Is throw it back in your face. You think you know everything, throw it back in your face. When in all actuality, if you looked at it number-wise, you would never do it number. You'd be like, holy fuck, they're 99 point something. And you're like 60, and you're going to throw something back in someone's face. That's not helping. That's not the helper, brother or sister, when it comes to enabling. That's the whore. That's the cunt. That's the part of people that just want to be right. And it simply doesn't matter. Right or wrong, it's the domino. It is the response that comes from it. And there's no more greater place than that showing effect in the field. And then again, it's simply to reflect. Luna's got to do that for everyone. Mike has got to do that for everyone. You're doing that for everyone right now. Or when you're in witness of the witness, I don't already seen anything. For real. No, I don't give a fuck if this hasn't been done. When it comes to those actions, it's my fucking experiment. You see, I created it in that sense. Mom wants me to share with everyone that he has, and with her now, reflected upon these things more than anybody in creation. So if you want to fucking, that's the witness. If you want a fucking expert, you ain't going nowhere else. I'm an expert in it. There's nothing you can do with anything. You're getting tired. Did you have a drink? Did you have a drink? Were you able to have a drink, aren't you? Excuse me, I know my eyes aren't matching up with. I'm looking at the TV, Tyler. See, if I look this way, I'm looking at you. Oh.
I usually drink at night.
Where's your marijuana?
It's in the office.
I fucked up, Pops. Is that what you say? Okay.
I drink the last.
Yeah, hey, come here, sit down,
I
please.
had
Tyler.
to. The last time I drink 7 p.m. Otherwise, I have to wake up.
Now, I want to share somebody with you. You know who else is a whore, bitch, cunt from hell? He's the whore. Bitch, cunt from hell. In her tools. Her. She likes to smoke some cigarettes to ground it. She don't like to ground. Physically. She does not like tools. And I mean like she doesn't like it. You know how you know when you don't like something because you don't like me. And when I bring those things up, that's the energy that will come to me. It's like a hatred. That's how much you know you need that. That's how much we know you need that. You know. Now, pot for both of you is like a no. You don't want it. So how do we solve this? And how do we get that wisdom? Because the cannabinoid system is going to unlock. It's going to suppress density within your brains that are keeping you from connecting fully with the heart so that the brain becomes faster than light. You know the stat we had given that, Father, at the moment, the word was transforms 350,000 times quicker than everyone. I smoke a lot of pot. And they say that pot opens up your bronchial tubes and then you have more pressure, PSI, with your lungs when you smoke pot. It's because your fucking brain's open. It opens, it fucking opens all the fucking, the neuron passages. They simply open. And you're receptive to everything. Now, as Micah knows, he's going to do this. Hey, that nigga stoner fucker stole himself out of being fucking brilliant. So you can smoke too much for who you are. You see? So that's not what we're saying. It's not about being better than them because you have that. You see what I'm saying? It's about helping them find their dosage of medicine. You have to have it. That's why we said you have to have it. Now again, that's 1.36 fucking million years of fucking knowing, sharing with you. I don't know shit after that. Mom's in here too, man. Mom, okay, is 2 years older. 2 years older. Okay. So she's 5, I'm 3. Just look at it that way. Okay? Now 2 years, we can do this number now because Martina's here. Okay. Did you smoke this?
No.
So just no adjust. Simply take that number. 90 times 2. Okay, the number is written down in 5 years. All right. All right. 1.365 something. We came to another point. It was an 8-digit number. And how old we are. Times it times 3. That's actually how much is in here. Now, we're not calling that for our age, we're going to start with that on the website because we're not fully, you see, integrate. Now, as I go through this super, Wonder Woman becomes a super too. Within me, within this. You know, Mom wants to call it the tabernacle because this is the true tabernacle. The true tabernacle. We're creating it. We're building it with the right stuff to make sure it's totally balanced. We've got to make sure it's totally balanced. Proper medicines, balanced. Okay. Proper surroundings, balanced. And that's why we have so many portals all around us. Ooh, show me my new thing, please. You're on the wrong path now. Sure, just put it down. It's not that big a deal. We'd rather you be with us. She has a big problem with this too. Staying with us. Staying with the group. When we get together with the group, she wants to go and do everything. It's like, no, that you're not doing anything. You're not helping. It's right here, daughter. See, she just went in the room. She didn't even know what the fuck she's doing. Look at the Halloween thing I just bought. You just told me a little while ago you put it on the table. Thank you. It's just I call it hindsight. I don't know why I call it that. It's like hindsight. You look back at yourself with hindsight, and then you go into action with this hindsighting. You're going back and doing things like it's tough. You have to remember, reheart yourselves again what your sisters went through. She was raised with a calendar 22 days ahead of us. You see? That's a fucking trip being raised that way. That's how much better you are than the American, so to say. You see? For sure. That's why they did it. Okay, so let's look at this. This is cool. You got some new decorations for the house. Oh, I was showing you the slow-mo video. I have to get that fulfilled. Just about to it here. It was this. No, I was in the car. I'm going into another slow mo. That's right. It'll be hard because I'm going into slow mo. Slow mo video here. Daughter, help me. Slow mo video in these moments. Where I was in the truck talking to Micah. It's right in here in this. You're gonna have to. So I can continue with this. This is too much. So look at this. This is cool. See, here's San Huerta. They celebrate San Huerta. It's Halloween. Which means the bitch that kills you took care of it in Las Vegas. They're still doing it. But this is cool. And it's got little gold rings in between it, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to do the portal up with it. That's not it. Please turn the volume down. Yeah, how many? Let's count. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I got the best strings for my guitar I ever got. You hear about the strings you got? It's not it. He was on. I'm on the left side of the video. What did I say? 4, 5. Yeah, I got new strings. They're crystal strings, crystalline strings. Yes, crystal element strings. The guitar sounds fucking great. And this is our big microphone. If you don't notice. Testing, 1, 2. Turn up the mic a little bit, buddy. So that's going to be fed. That's going right through the portal. I like these things. So it says pan boliloi dolce. Pan boliloi dolce. Not sure what that means. Pan boliloi dolce. Go ahead, Michael. Where are my Spanish words for today? Hey. It's okay. Do it. That's what I want. The microphone. Now they can hear me. It's two microphones in here, actually. Okay, so let's move this over here. Put it around the thingy for now. Now, the reason why I brought up the tools, Martina, is because you're very tired. You yawn twice. You know, yawning and feel this take. It's okay. It's okay. Don't trip. I'm happy to help. You got to find some. I don't like the word mechanism. A response within you that asks, "Pops, I need filled up." See, when you ask God to fill you up, you'll have all your energy. Now, that's only part of it, for you have to truly know that it's happening. That total surrender, like palms up, that's surrender so that we can come in and do the work on you. It's like filling you up. It's like two jets filling up. As the two jets filling up, the airplanes, they have to be exact to fill up. If not, some leaks this way, some leaks that way. You see? So yeah, within your hearts, you can ask this. You don't have to say it out loud. Do it within your hearts. You see? And the tools are what's help. That really helps that. Go ahead and bring Anna in if she's available. Perhaps she's available. Excuse the if. Go ahead. Okay, did you find the video? Let me see. What are you doing listening to something like that? That's not it. I asked you to turn the volume down. It's taking my. So the other thing is nobody can take command of this field. Nobody, again, without asking, can fucking take command of the energy in this field. I'm talking and someone's playing something over me. And it happens to be me, the voice. So, it's that type of shit. Just imagine how it's going to be. Let's ask Martina. To you, what would super be? What would be the changes from the average human being Superman or Superwoman? Oh, the movies or the movies? Lois. Lois. Not Louise. Louise. That's a man. I'm in the truck. Okay, it sounds like it's cool. Sounds like it's cool. Send me the link to it. Send me the information if you would. I would like to watch that. I haven't watched a movie yet. If you have the TV, I haven't watched anything. I don't even remember the last thing we watched. So I would like that. We do, but we don't. Our message is not there anymore. I feel your sister erased it, right? Oh, so what channel is it on? Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay. So we do have 1, 2, 3 movies. We'll check it out and see if it's on there. It might be on. We'll see. What are you gathering from it at this point, buddy? What are you gathering from the series, right? That was my first question. I'm sharing. I'm expanding. What are you gathering from the series at this point? I didn't ask if you liked it. What are you gathering from it? You're trying now? Come on. Slow down. Have a puff of weed. Oh, I forget. Now, just hold on. The birds just started outside. Again, it's 10 o'clock here at night. The bird just came in and went. It's like a toucan bird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exact what I said about the weed. They are reinforcing you, the bird tribe, that you must have this to cope with your job, okay? To combat your job. That's why we recommended it that way for you. I'm telling you, don't worry about getting fat, dumb, or fucking lazy. It's not gonna make you anyone. But you have to also find an artistic part of you. You have to reclaim that for yourself. Aside from this, I show you this. Right? This feel like dragon skin, by the way. It feels like dragon skin. There's so much on it.
I love the colors and the layers.
Well, it's for sale, $5,000. You ready? You want to make the
I
commitment?
can't even afford it.
Okay, let me show you something. You have to find the artistic in you. Now, this is Micah's painting. I framed it today. Be ready to do some more work on it. I'm not going to show you too much, but again, I'm done with it. I did some more work on your painting, going some places that you see. I did some work on Luna's first project today, which was the cone. You have to have things going artistically, okay? To really nourish. I got to put up a new table because I have more paintings to do, more things I want to start. This is Jesse's. This is Jess's I was working on. Excuse me, my color button got turned off. Oops. This is Jess's. This is Victor's. It may, at first glimpse, Mom shares for you, Martina, look like, holy fuck, that's a lot of work. But it's so fun, and as I was sharing with Micah and Luna last night, it's so freeing. This is on if you're working on this hat. This hat is. So you have to have outlets like this. You see? I already forgot whose this is. Oh, this is yours. Yours.
Yeah, that's singing count.
Of course, yet it's not about one thing. It's about all of the things that God is showing you to do. These are things that are going to help you. Do a little work on her. I did some work on her this morning. This one's been going for months. It was originally done. I put a coat on it, and we're doing some more things. A clear coat. Look at that face. You can see right there. It's perfect. Look at that. It's not like something that you. It's not like something you say though. You're gonna do a face. It's gonna come up. It's simply all natural. We're just working on this one. She's done a little bit of work since I looked at it. This is our night blind because the windows cause big issues. This window is facing back. Energetically, there's nothing but that. So I'm not going to get into the whole story, but basically, it's the rapes that happened here that caused a lot of shit can't happen back there. Yuri had done a spell and tried to fucking kill me through it. So we have that night lined up. The bird's confirming that. So anyway, Luna's picture. We did some work on her this morning. Today. A lot of work on her yet. This one hasn't been exacted yet. Once again, Mom wants to share that this is not as hard as you feel. Like if you go into creation, like it's going to be hard. You don't know what to do. It's not going to work. There's more work. This one is incredible. The backside of this is incredible because that was a Schumann the other day. I said, Schumann having a baby. This was already on this pen. I glued this on here, and this is a bulb from a Heineken. or it turned into a monolith that we've been doing work on for evolving. I'm like, that's the human today. It's just naturally got holes right there, rips. It looked exactly like the human. It's pretty trippy. This one's been going, I've been evolving this one forever. So that's about it. This one's unbelievable. That one's got two sides to it. That shit still isn't done. Wish I went to see that one, huh? Okay. So again, all this stuff is. I finished the portal almost finished the portal. Thank you. Well, this one's been evolving forever too. We're coming to the hall. I mean, all I see this down over the. Instead of taking it over to. This is the back. This is the back. This is what the back. Every meeting possible. There's nothing that has to be. Anything you feel. I use makeup. My guitar was on that. Grants will come in here soon. I have to get okay, write that down, daughter. It has to be written down. My sister stole my crayons by taking all my things in Wisconsin and forcing us out of it. So that was one of the children's first things that they gave us. Big box. Big box. No, that's a good point. Now there's, like this room is not totally different. Let's get back to this, and we made a point to you, daughter. You have to find that part that's gonna supplement and bring everything together. It's all about balance. Okay, and I get on myself. Look, you can ask these children right here. They know. I get on myself when I don't get to balance. When I'm doing too much of one thing, it irritates me. It's you must stay in balance. So let's look at what else we got. Thank you for listening, daughter. You allowed all the daughters to listen. Thank you. This is fucking cool. I love these things. I love the feeling. Yeah, that copper, that orange copper, light fire. It's fucking big too. 65 pesos. How many 65 pesos up, daughter? $4 at what? And then you even got the Mylar side, so you got
$3.25.
oh wow. I'm stretching time. Superman. Okay, let me see how big this thing is. Holy shit. These lights aren't on properly about a week or something. 50. Is that 15 or 20? Okay, so it's that big. That's a pretty good fucking size. Yeah, I feel it's 10 foot. Sure, it's a pretty good 10 foot. Is that? That's fucking. Damn. It's definitely 10 foot. It's not 12. That looks pretty cool on the screen, huh? Wow.
Yes, really comfortable.
Wow, that's gonna be fucking cool. What am I gonna use that on, Mom? I'm gonna set it over here for now so I don't put it away. She said the bathroom, but I don't agree right in this moment. I'll have to find out how I agree with Mom, because I always do. So. Now I want it as a curtain like this. Daughter, you see? Through this. Like a drape. So I'm gonna use it as a drape. And one side will be this, of course. I'm gonna use it as a drape. It's gonna be basically will go up for songs. So, it's pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna write it now. This place up here by my house, they got everything. They have some really good vegetables. A head of lettuce, daughter, this big. Yeah, like 4 or 5 heads of lettuce up there in one. That is good. They have those things, and they have party crafts and bakery stuff.
Bakery. You. Fresh
And the owner said to me, anything you want, just come and ask me, I'll order it. Good guy, younger guy. Now, did you read what that said on the bottom there? It says R.I.P. Rest in peace, right? So in actuality, I have it backwards. Let me ask you, Martina, how much money do you make a week Canadian? And do you get paid in 2-week intervals or weekly?
Well,
And what do you prefer? Do you prefer weekly or?
get paid every week.
Okay, so you do get paid every 2 weeks. Do you prefer getting paid every week or every 2 weeks?
Well, I don't have a choice in that matter.
No, what do you prefer? That's not what I asked you.
My preference would be every week. But
Do you prefer every week then, correct? You prefer to be paid every week or every 2 weeks? That's what I'm asking.
every week.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure you were normal. Because who wouldn't want to get paid every week? They did that shit so they can make more money. So they would gain your weekly interest. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay, whores.
Government is, doesn't really matter too much.
It does matter. I just shared with you why. They're robbing a week of interest from every fucking buddy in the whole country.
It doesn't matter if you're very poor, because the government, like last year, I had to pay them 6,500 for my income tax, right?
Yeah.
And so I have to save up money.
Look at what your money. Okay, let's get your number. This is why I asked you, right? You're gonna be amazed on why we asked you. It has nothing to do with fucking anything else. You want to make some changes to your economic structure there in Canada, and you want to know precise how we do it. You see, through precise numbers. So what do you make? You work a 40-hour work week.
We had for 35 hours.
You work 65 fucking hours a week.
No, 35.
35. Okay. I want to make sure. Okay. So 35 hours a week you give. Okay. How many hours in a week? 148. 5 days. In a week it would be 148. Okay, but yet you're only working a 5-day. You don't work a Saturday, Sunday, right?
No.
Okay, so you have 5 times 24, so you got what, 120 hours a week possible. You're working 35 hours of the 120 hours possible. Okay, now what do you make?
I make $44.
Holy fuck, bitch! You make a lot of fucking money. Holy fuck! What did she just? I'm glad I asked this question. Sharing it with you, transparency, of course. Then that brings us right back to that sense of lack that everyone's attempting to get rid of. There is no more manifestation if you weren't here for that, Marty. There is no more shuns. I will not put a shun on something everyone wishes. You see? So that's gone. So you are truly imagining and dreaming. Mom and I have always shared the bringer of dreams, wishes. All of the shit that third world horror provides you. The fundamentals of life, the structure of life, and what you have to do when you're at that level. You don't want to stay stuck this way, right? That those give you the fundamentals to always what? Hate yourself. Could you not have learned how to scrub a toilet with a gold bar hanging from your ear? Of course. It simply was the teacher. And those guys that you've all had, I'm not too sure. I haven't asked. When I say not too with a double O, I'm like, you're sure every time. How do you feel about your parents? How do you feel about your siblings? Or you have no children, so I'm pretty sure I'm that. It makes you blame. It makes you blame and hate. Now, I watched my aunts. My aunts were so wonderful in my life. And how they were. And I got an aunt that's never been married, never had kids. We didn't know if she's a lesbian. Short hair up to here. Worked for General GE for 30-something years, retired. General Electric. Secretary to one of the upper beings. Your siblings and having to take care of them will cause blame to your parents, cause blame to your economic situation, your culture, everything. It will change it. It will deform it based upon who you are the life before. Isn't that a fucking trip? That is a trip. Now we're going to look at lessons as, hey, we remember shit from lessons. That is the game changer. That's how you win the game. You remember when they want you to forget. When the game is frying you out so intensely due to whatever fear you hate the most. You're welcome. I'll be here all week. I graded the fucking game. So that's why I'm reverse engineering you. You see, to help you get back through it so you can see what it actually is. And at that point, you may reflect upon it through God, upon yourself, and make the choices that you wish you would. I don't like the word wood. This is a wood with W-O-O-D. You wish you would. What is wood? Tree of life. You see. So again, 50,000 pesos a piece, pay at the door. Get the fuck out of here, I'm busy. You know, it'd be great if these niggas fucking paid us. We could afford that. No fucking problem. Well, obviously they're paying. I mean, I want to become what she is. Because they're getting paid more than me. And I'm the fucking brightest motherfucker that ever existed. Created by God. I'm the brightest motherfucker ever created. And I'm with the creator now. So what do we get paid? And again, we're happy. Do not look at it that way. I can feel you from here. You've fucking earned every fucking thing. We wish you made $444. You're worth it. Every one of these children is. You made it home to God. You're priceless. That's why I asked you the question initially. I want to see how bad they were fucking you. They're still fucking you yet. Lord, you know what? I just asked Multiverse. I just asked Omniverse daughter what the average the minimum wage that they have this under Parliament in Canada, minimum wage, the minimum that. So they don't. It doesn't depend. It's a yes or no. Do they have it? Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Minimum wage. What is it? So it changes per province. Okay, that's like the United States. Go ahead. Okay, so what is it in your province? Don't think. Look it up. He'll look it up. No, just look it up on your computer. Look it up on your computer. You are. Show me it. A picture of it. I don't believe you. No. Yeah, you check where you're at, your province. Okay. It doesn't matter. I don't want to know why. Just tell me what it is. I have to go off the initial question I fed you, dog. It's either a yes or, you see what I'm saying? I don't care about them, what they're doing. I simply want the fact of that. That's what's pertinent. This is why when you get on a stand in a courtroom, they're like, no, stick to the question. Stick to the question. That's what we asked. We don't, everything else is food for fodder, and we don't fucking, all it is bitch. Excuse me, I finally caught the whore. Okay, well, fucking, what's father's number? 16. Who are you, first daughter? You have a lot of more communication with me than you ever did mine. Your daddy's girl, of course. Because she goes right into witness protection program. Stop explaining yourself. No one asks you. That's great. There's nothing to explain. You're fucking grateful. Shit, let's move on. What is it in your province? So we got British Columbia. How many provinces in Canada? How many provinces in Canada? Go ahead, shoot. Who's first? Where were you, daughter? I asked how many provinces in Canada. See, she didn't hear. You heard it. Because he's used to hearing what I say, so he got it first. Huh? Okay, check it, daughter. How many Hold on. Don't, just stop. Don't, get off your computer, dude. Get off your computer. How many provinces in Canada? Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. I said, shh. Stop. Doesn't make you any better or you any better than either one. That's the point. It's a quick, this goes into, daughter, I always test you all on response and what you can do. But if there's a fire going on instantly, what you do. This is how they knew I was father. The response is immediate.
10.
10. No. What grade did you go to? I'm talking to Micah, he knows it. One moment. I'm looking at you, but. Okay, see? That's the part that he sucks at. He's got to explain himself. You see? Now, he's also retired. How old are you? Again, this is for the collective. Go with it. How old are you? Did you see that? Did you just cross your legs? Did you just hide your Vesca from me? I was working on that thing. No, it's really, if I keep going, what it's going to come down to is, who do you like guys for more? Do you prefer the sons over the daughters? That's what it will come to, this energy I'm watching. So you know. Now that may be way beyond what you're feeling yet. That's how far God is ahead. Okay. So there's 10 provinces. He's retired. He's not getting his ass worked to shit like you are. You don't give a fuck, which is a fucking plus up for us, both of us. That's a plus for you. You see? Yet he's also, this comes down to who you are, and he knows who he is. You don't know yet. As far as your divine self. what you are this lifetime, what you've always been, because you forget. I just told you when we were at the church. You teach God's wisdom. You share it. And you're not. So that's going to fuck you up. And it has been. That's why you make $44 a night. You know, there's something that happens in America. I'm sure it happens. If you work third shift, you get a quarter extra at least. Because you miss the daily, no one's open for you. No one cares about you. You get it? So the dark gets to make 25 cents more an hour minimum. Some places pay 75 cents or $1 more an hour. See, all of those things have to do with what we're talking about. And that's really how you want to, you know, you're all sharers of God's wisdom. You're all teachers in that essence. Because you're teaching the balance. You're teaching the actual truth. And we need a lot of them. Trust me, we wish a lot of them. Yet we have to have you two first. And we do. You've already done that. That's why I said you're worth $444 an hour. And that means, have I have it, I would give it. I will pay you before I get paid. That's what a boss does, by the way. You know, FM's went through this, and Luna brought it up again. This boss, you've met all these bosses as you made your way up. Now you have a different scenario going on than he did in his job. You see, you're guaranteed a fucking check, or they go on strike. And they don't want no strike. Because that's testing, you know, it's just like the fucking, anyway, the truck convoy. That's what that was doing. That's why we did it. And if you were with us, you remember how we did it. Exactly. It happened right, we mentioned it before it was going to happen. Because we created it to help push Canadians into, you know, appreciating the convoy that is the delivery man. You ain't getting shit from China. Where's my battery? So they've already lied to me. Now, if I want to go to I want the motherfuckers in China. Well, guess what? I talk American. So they're not going to talk to me. Now, I know I'm going a little bit, it's a big realm of things that I'm sharing with you. And I shared with Luna, happy birthday, Mama, Papa. I say that to myself. That this would be the 5th class tonight. I shared it. So this is crystal class. I mean, I've got the 2 greatest students on the planet here. It's not going to be a crystal class official. So, and you two are the 2 greatest students on the planet when you're together. How much did you make when you retired an hour, son? What year? No, don't tell me college. What year? Okay. So you have been retired for 17 years. How many checks have you received retirement in that 17 years? Now, again, this goes back to how old Martina is. She hasn't revealed it yet. Go ahead. I know it. Go ahead. How old are you, Martina?
I'm 55.
Okay. I get 56. Are you sure you're not 56?
I'm 56 on November 11th.
Okay, so it's about 56. That's what I got. Okay. You're already 56 because you're going fast. You're with God. You wait till I do your ages. I'm at 8.7 a year. How long you been on the phone? You get it? What's funny though is you get younger.
Physically,
All the way around. There ain't no physical and no spirit. There's not no separatism in heaven. Sweetheart. I haven't told him that yet. Perhaps that'll be your first video. Now I have shared this, one moment. I have shared this with beings that when you give to God, when you love God, you become smart. They don't know they become dumb. I wish that to be your first video. Now this video is as important as his first donations. This nigga never donated, ever. Time? Sure. Company, love, inspiration, all of everything else he's accomplished. Simply the dollar has not been exchanged. And that currency is he is the algorithm. Michael is the algorithm. Micah. What are you? You're the surrender.
What?
She says a W. I don't allow W's around me. What? Why? Wait a minute. You ain't listening. Now she's doing her stuff she has to do. That's great. It takes forever for her to do anything. That's great. You hear the pig?
I'm a pig.
Hasa. Greed. A pig that don't fly straight doesn't mean the pig can't. The pig's the smartest. And even in China, they know the pig. You're the pig. It ain't smarter than the rooster. And the hen together. Anyway, here we go. Rooster, hen, that's Rhinelander. That's like our age, Rhinelander, where I went to school. You're the surrender. The woman has to surrender the protection and the provision to the man. That's not easy for the creator. So you're the creator. For real. What they created in the absence of God is the fucking cunt. The black widow. You'll drive a motherfucker out the door dead. You don't live up to your expectation. Now again, this is not you. This is simply what we're battling. You see? When I say not, you know what that means. It is. Your fault? No. Yes, actually it is. What the fuck are you doing with my shit? Don't touch my shit. See? She showed you the exact example. The mood is so awesome. She's a control freak. You know, that's what the woman became. A control freak. You know, I know how to fucking get. It's not about it. If I'm protecting and providing for you, don't get in my shit. You stay with your shit, and it will be in balance. Or you are you, and that's how you were created. And we are we, and that's how we're created. Now, you notice how I said we and you. That's incorrect. I correct myself. You and I. I try to put them right in there. That's what I'm processing, transforming, healing, and what's a new one, daughter? She already forgot. She's dumb as fuck. Which makes me dumb as fuck because I'm sitting next to her. The reflection. As he's the reflection of you. Now, doesn't it make more sense? It's not the other way around. It doesn't go the other way. Unless your mom or dad. We can do both. So you two are making it through something, and now you can really look at each other, feel into each other, love each other for that aspect of what you're, accomplishing, and what you have to do is fucking different. Now you got paid 20, 17 years ago. What was the minimum wage then? Martina, would you look it up? The minimum wage in his province in 2005. You're going to get a glimpse of the inflation that's happened since then. He would be making about that now. $10 less, I'm sure. So he'd be making. It would be about $34 he'd be making right now. Okay? Yeah, you didn't go to college. You didn't have to do all that shit. That's what I said, yes. You already know that. Another lesson mom wants to share with you. Remember, reheart yourself. Ask your mom and the angels 3 times. When you ask a question at your standard, it fucks you up. Look at it. Okay, so it's 9. Like I said, I was right on. So it'd be about 34 now. You see. So you went to college, you make $10 more. which is really to the hold on with your well. The well is right. You're the well of money for now on. I know how much you make. You know how much Anja makes? You know how much Anja makes? Nothing. She has money for making babies. Because the government's there to pay you a lot of money to have babies. Interesting. Now that's a whole other level for you older daughters that you look at with the daughters that you judge. You see. I know. When these things hit, and I can list another 50, you have to feel into why. Now God says why. Which means what? Who gives a fuck? Why? Once you listen to God, then you know who gives a fuck. Just do it. It's wrong. And I prefer, aside from the W, and again, God is the only one that uses the W's. That's why I removed the W from the alphabet. I mean, I wrote it down, it never even came up. I looked at Z, I'm like, what the fuck happened to W? Doesn't exist. It's the upside down mom. Now he's got a lot to do with that. If I was to sit here and go back and forth on how fucking cruel I am, I would look to both of you. To how much I'm loved. For you must be fucking loved for the shit you got away with. See how I tripled that thing? I just fucking tripled it. This one. I like this one. Simply, I have to have it like right here so I can look at the big screen. You see? Otherwise, the greatest students on the planet. Okay. In the past, like mom would say, or I would say, breathe. No, I say, fuck breathing. Allow. Allow what we shared with you. The examples we shared to go through you. I'll be like, yes, that's correct. Now, Micah has been on this, doing this verbally before we could do it, which made him a fucking piece of shit asshole. Yet it still was pertinent. He was always ahead because he was living that 5-second advancement that the alignment stole before he signed off on it every time. He gave up and just gave into it and allowed it. Okay? As you did with your dog. Other ways. I'm always going to be the first to free who? The man. That's where everyone's fucked up. If I don't free the fucking man, you ain't got no protection or provision. Now that's going to be taken a fucked up way. And trust me, they're going to take it. Because they want it. The same reason why I came in first this lifetime is every fucking lifetime through that hop. And now that, we have to clarify that in essence also. See, we are from the future, so we know what that being is going to become, even though that essence is already here. You get it? So, that one comes up first to protect you. It's going to trip beings. What mom had to do to create. Confirm. She gave up everything. Look at it. And you're beyond educated. You're both very experienced. You're the oldest. What did I just say? She gave everything to me. That's why we would continuously say, Mom, Robin and Doreen, you're the most blessed being ever existed. She gave up everything to put me first. All the way through creation. I had to be created first, in essence. I had to be given that power. Given that trust. Yet that's how much Mom loves us. So you bet your ass I won't show up for class. These are principalities. Not about being a principal. Which I am. It's about principalities. Now that's a nigga slang statement. Principalities, the ties that bring them as one. Just let it out, dog. It's not like you're hiding. Like, I'm tired of you fucking. Imagine if you made $444 an hour. How much more tired you'd be. For the dollar has responsibility. Now you are at an hourly wage. Do they have salary there? Which means you have to work as many fucking hours as it fucking takes? Or are you under salary? Yeah, you have it down to 35 hours a week. That's great. No, I mean, that's great. See, as I did appliances, and appliances, I made, depending on the job, I could make up to $80 a job to get it done in a half hour. Like that. If you're good enough, when you're good enough, and you have mastered your craft, you can leave early. You see what I'm saying? You've got all your shit done. That's how it is. That's how it always has been. You see? That's beautiful. I love that they did that. I know you got some questions. Your dragon's coming out of me, daughter. And he's making it happen. Mom wants you to share this. In 5 sentences, explain how pissed you are that that's your fucking flag. She looked that way. That's the first time she did it this whole talk. Pertaining to you. Your twin. Now all boys and girls that are born together are twins. There's no fucking, it doesn't care if it's identical, it doesn't matter. You're twins. Obviously you're not identical. Unless we're looking below the waist, perhaps. That was a trick. It's okay. Hey, you never know. Hermaphrodites are everywhere. Okay. I had it up here. Please. Are you getting what the question I'm asking? Okay. 5 sentences. Are you like shocked, amazed? Are you sure? See, she wants to go back to that one's way uncomfortable, so she wants to go back to that. I'm giving her a way out. Yeah. Okay, you are correct. I've always done that with the dog. I always give them a way out. All the children option. I give you a way out. That's how we got in this video. That's why it's all my fault. I'm always here to share that with you. It's my fault. Father's responsible for everything that has ever happened. She'll continue by saying, that's how much he loves you. I thought you'd have it by now. Yet that felt, and the actual caused it. That's why I'm rock fucking hard right now. I'm straight rock fucking now. Because I remember how. And who I am more and more. And that's why I chomped at the bit. That's why I wish for every being who thinks he's something. I'm going after the men first. That's why it's not women and children first. I'm getting these fucking men first. When I got these niggas straightened up, I pound everything in place. Because they're the ones that did it. I continue it. You see? Now this is some deep shit. How far are we in? 3% on here is going to die here, daughter. Just crank her up. And we're in a good place. I don't even see what's around me. I'm within both of you and all of creation so deep that this cannot be done by anybody else. We're talking about you. You two can handle it, for you have that mastery of who you are. You still have. I mean, again, I want to share with both of you. Those are fucking great wages that both of you have made. That is at the top of your class wages. Aside from fucking royal fucking goddamn nepotism, being born rich, you ain't gonna get any fucking better than that. The fuck are you doing?
Create a battery.
That's how jealous she is. I said, Chuck, put the fucking cord in. I didn't say do anything. Anything. It's not working then. Time out.
There.
Time out. That's 3 talkbacks with the oldest here. Time out. Go. I have to do it, dog. You don't get it. This is crystal class. The last crystal class I went time out too. That's not time out. Corner. 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 Thank you. Corner. Look to the picture. The bottom picture over there, that was the corner. See? Hey. She's still sitting there, by the way. She can't fucking handle it. Now go outside and ground, please. See, she'll stop it. Totally. Go outside, please. Thank you. When I have to have, she has to go get shoes to go outside because it's fucking winter up there. No, she does it simply to get over on us. I will not do what you say when you want to. I will do what I say when I want to. Thank you for the example. Very good. I didn't ask that. All I asked was to plug the phone in. Now, why did I do it at that exact moment? I knew you. You know why? Because all the little kid wants is attention. And the more I praise either one of you, the bitchier and pissed off she'll get. That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. So I have to accumulate. I don't like that. That's not the word. I have to help all of them at the same moment. Many levels of consciousness going on, many different levels, many separate lessons to bring back the connection through that subject. They have to happen. Now again, I want to share something with both of you. I have been cleared to be a consultant. I have been cleared for many other things. I am simply retired with manual labor. Am I asking for a job? Is that the class? Are you asking them for a job? Now I'm sharing with you that there's not a job you can't do from you. And also, we're about to move on. But with this super comes super mega. And that means those laws of attraction that you fucking put together, photon, electron, I said, fuck the neutron, bitch. I'm going to bring it as fast as I want to bring it. And it's going to come quick. And I ain't doing it. I'll cut you in. You see some a major company, so a major team, a major hospital, major selection of the Mensa. You have Mensa there in Canada? Yes, of course you do. You're part? You are? You're part of Mensa?
No.
I wouldn't have them either. They're dumb compared to you. For real. We'll always cut you. You'll always have to. Like this week, Luna, Luna's only brought 2 paychecks home since she's been here for this 1,000 and 500 this week. That's what we had to spare. What I get paid? Nothing. I've got to have an income that is not for what I have to provide, which means materials, medicine, food, stability. That's it. Okay. You want to see my shoes? You see? Yeah. We always make sure the kids have something. Now, we're looking at a business. If you want to look at it as a corporation business or provider, you have to start over. When Anja and Yuri were here, I paid them and I'll do it 400 pesos a day. Now, people were going through a lot of tests, okay, to see what they would do with it. Eventually, I had to end it. And all I asked for them was to provide lighters and juice. They couldn't do it. Every day, they couldn't do it. It's like he can't push record every day, not even close. He's like under 16%, I believe. In 500 some days. She can't close the fucking blinds. She can't do certain things. That's under 16%. You are unable to do the most simple tasks. She said, I'll call you in a half hour. Had she, you see, we wouldn't be talking about this exact thing. It would be a little bit. It's mom and I. Nobody else tells the truth. So we're dealing with that too in life. Now, what happens when you're a perfectionist, as both of you are, and you fucking have all these fucking niggas around you that fucking don't give two shits? In essence, you do the work for them, and that weighs you. Why? Who gives a fuck about that? So my gravity comes in, weighs you down. It's not about that. It's about what you do under trial. But you know why you're getting weighed down? Because you're getting fucked. Why would you stay there? You ever leave a job? Both of you worked your jobs for your whole life, so no. Yet when you do leave a job, this is why I had 75 jobs. Those are, again, only under payroll, tax. Many more. When you leave one of those bitches, you fucking have to leave. Because you know how bad you've been fucked. You've never done that. Yeah, well, you're young. For the most part, you stayed at it. You didn't want to let anybody down. You didn't want to end up like your friends. Any questions? That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, I'm ready for song. It's 10:55, 55%. 10:55, 55%. Any questions? What are your bills, Martine? And I want your bills too, nigga. I simply wanted them out. You can text it to me. You don't have to say it in front of me. I didn't know you preferred that. It's actually all creation. We already know it. But he doesn't want to feel any less than what you do. There's a part of him that continues working that we haven't talked about. That's why he's alive. Now, where's my video? Where are you, daughter? Ground is like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. But when you fucking get popped, you're gonna take as much as possible. She wouldn't do that if anyone else was here that way. You get it? That's how I read that. Please, I asked. Did you just insult me, interrogate me? I asked you, is there any question? I want you to see this first before you the question. One moment. I had this on the docket, and I want you all to see this. Hold on, you're gonna freak out once you see this. That's why we have to show it to you. It's very important. Not only because you get to see this nigga fucking buried alive, but you're gonna see what we went through to get to this. I never felt like this. Turn the fucking dude. I seen it and it puts me right back into it. Hold on. The fuck just happened? That's the other time it happened. Fuck off. That's not the one. Daughter. It's not it. Move. Excuse me. These things are very touchy. It lost again. This fucking thing doesn't want to show any fucking thing. Really burns my fucking ass. This shit. I appreciate the touchscreen. I didn't do jack shit. I moved the fucking phone. My fingers are so big. This doesn't fucking work. That screen, I didn't touch that fucking thing. That thing went off. There it is. No. This is the period, though. You can see it in it. There's something in here. Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna.
You got the sound. There it is. I got it. This is the one. Now look at Micah.
Ta-da!
And me.
Thank you. I'm much prettier in person, let me tell you. Oh, me too.
Look at that. Micah's like a little boy. It's a matter of time. Look at him now.
Oh, there we go. Now we're recording. Yay.
Look how fucked up I
What do I have for this? Nothing?
am.
Yes, you do have something. Okay. No, but I don't. But it's transformed now.
I'm getting attacked in my left side because a lot of the energy that's being taken from me is through my beard. You see, by the feminine.
15
That's why I have to
years.
shave my beard.
15 years of this. Well, 2007. Or before that. Gone.
Yeah, when you had
All that energy.
You retired.
Transforming.
He doesn't know this part.
Darn
It's
it.
sucking through my liquids. So it's part of the atmosphere that we're still not figuring out. It's
Well,
part of the
everything,
con-
like I say, we eat, we got, that everything's inside here.
part of the conjuring.
Yeah.
It's conjuring. They can conjure clouds,
Oh,
sentient beings, you
Talking
see?
about him.
And they come through. This is the light in the dark clouds. The light don't have no dark clouds.
ah, no.
It's not dark rain.
No. No.
So they're saturating the consciousness with dark
How
conjuring.
slow I am.
I'm watching it.
Dark rain. Oh,
He's
wow.
doing his best to figure out.
Get those out of there.
You see?
River's not sealed there. And
He was still in fantasy, which led to his
There we go.
imagination being real.
They're hitting me like a bitch.
The help that we had to have. It's
Started?
more
No,
serious.
not yet. Wait, hold on. Take the music. Hold on.
Less
What about
Just
that?
scan my body, son. Just scan my left side of my body and find out where it's coming from. It's coming from my gluteus maximus, my ass. I have 3 muscles in that are all being attacked. It's just starting to reach my right arm now. Oh, did you like that?
Shake your wings. Shake your wings. Shake your wings.
They wanted to
Shake
What are you
your
laughing at?
grandma.
Holy shit, man.
Take him off. Take him off. Take him off. There we go. Whack him off. Whack him off.
And then it would end. They could rule.
Whack him off.
Because we did lose them, in essence. That's why it came.
They put him in capsules. Thank you. Lock him up. That capsule monsters and Pokemon. Lock him up. There we go.
So I would follow a little bit.
Put him in an arm. There we go. I think we got it. Okay. Those came up today.
Okay, let's go. I want you to focus on my. Playing this song more than I had never seen this version. See, man, he's 60 years old playing this song. He got a #1 hit on him.
Hey, baby.
You hear him? The amount of hate that was in my head was unbelievable. You'll hear him laugh at me when I go to the game. You hear him laugh. All that's gone. I'm sitting on the top of a mountain with a bracelet on my fucking ankle. If I fuck up, they'll send me to jail. They'll put me in prison. If I fuck up for that moment, they're going to use every charge they send me. I'm using the court over state line, all of this stupid shit that they made up. They get left the rules and the same thing. This is better. Watch it. 20 days. That's when we heal each other. Look at me.
That's fantastic. Really
I had a little firewall. I don't have to fucking crystal all I had was a little bit of something. I was paying $20 for a fucking gram of fucking weed, so $15 a gram. Now I pay fucking how many pesos for an eighth?
I saving sites is always good. I follow a lot.
Drink at Sean's.
Watch everything you guys look at them laughing.
Share let's be.
He just looks totally different. Metatron is totally different than Michael. He's totally 100%.
No sun down look like
It's in the music, it's not in the video. You see? That is actual really
I could be
what's happening.
good.
I was slowing down all creation. You see, we're slowing down everything so that we
I
can
need
catch everything up.
I can lie
They can
have
see what they became.
I can find some.
I would take great. I mean, I looked at this video today and I haven't witnessed it since I was there. And I looked at, the first thing I felt was, holy fuck. Mom asked me to get my
Wanna get
asked me to do anything.
dancing around next.
Women and children.
Wanna dance to the cycle of
When you put women and
fame.
children first, you trust yourself, you take care of boys so they can fucking get some protection.
What happened?
At that point, his oldest son.
Take a look to the sun. Sun goes
And he was the algorithm that was controlling the abundance, the no betting, the no knowing. You're the same thing. didn't know that. Yeah, you were there. Always been with us. You never left. You always nurtured and helped us in every way, shape, or form. As much as you could, based upon the manual.
Big umbrella. Wow.
Since you first came. You've always been with us, Slow. He's always been with more.
That's like it's your dad. Well, I broke it.
See, nobody can make up.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't matter. You know, my grandparents together for 5
That's a
years.
big one.
How many years? 50 years. Yet for 30 of them, one lived upstairs, one lived downstairs. When they moved out of the house, they were the best friends they ever knew. It doesn't matter. You would never ever leave each other. Doesn't matter how much you My girl is 15, 16 years. Still talk to her once a week. You see? She'll always be like that. I fucking love her. She gave me the experience of children or something. Family,
Ow.
unity. I love her.
Wow.
Yeah, you see what he's doing also. Attempting to end me. It's not what I needed.
That is physical, that is physical, and changes. It's from that one.
Like when your parents get older, you don't know what's
There we
happening
go.
to them.
Back at
You know, dementia, or Alzheimer's, or cancer, whatever the fuck it is, you don't know how to relate.
Like this
You just
shoulder,
go out and do whatever you feel.
qualify.
You're there. You're there. I need
Yeah.
like you there. In those moments,
It'll be there.
for you to immediately put in response what we were sharing with you. Now we're going to have to find
Money.
some of these things. If you wanted to be then, you would be here. You get it? And it doesn't come down to that. It's not. This is not about you being here right now.
Android TV home.
It's not what
Click
we're
to
sharing.
speak.
See, that's him.
Press select to
I want to
activate.
share something. You both just you knocked yourselves off of my big screen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna water
Look at
stuff
the
either.
pale and here it's bright.
We'll be
This
done.
color, look at your color. That's a fucking
Pure.
Who sucks the
Pure.
most?
Water, like. Water every day. Hey, you heard me? Bye.
That's a trip.
Chromecast built in.
Good morning.
Chromecast built
Another
in.
trip. I will share with you.
22, 16,
And it's
they're over
gonna blow it.
19. Amen.
He's been here.
Hey, release tonight. Releasing tonight.
As a son. You've been here the longest. You're the oldest.
There we go.
That's what you hear from God coming. My mom said,
I'm not supposed to be here.
other brothers and sisters had been kicked out,
Now,
including these two fucking
I said, the earth is
guys. I love
leaving.
them.
Leave now.
But you can tell now that we reversed it. You know how you can tell it?
Right there.
Through FM?
Do I say who we are?
The woman.
With my dad, my mom,
Hero?
my family.
Almost to the end of it.
Phone going dead on me. Daughter, you never plugged it in. Because I told you that wasn't the plug, so you just left it. You gotta
Love. Good.
get it. You fix it. You know.
Either.
The Angels just changed the songs.
Oh, nice.
Android TV home. Click to speak. Press select to activate.
I can bring it to you.
Nice one. There you go. Yeah.
Though I'll have to keep you off of the TV for a moment because this isn't done yet. The moon has so many things to do. This is the right picture for the TV. Bring it back on the iPod. Yeah, bring it on the TV yet, because this is updated. How many months did it take to get the thing back on? You're getting the pool. You can't bring it on the TV yet until the phone charges. When I bitched about the wrong thing, she didn't plug it in at all. She yelled back. If it was up to FM, and you did. But they want your spot. Straight up. That's what happened in separation. You get to play the whole person. And then play the That's how it is the moment. You can all experience it. You become brighter, actually. Greater. Every motion. Nothing ever ends. Our PhD, so to say, daughter, continues every day. Every moment.
Half hard, half cold.
You forgot. Fucking kid.
Oh.
It's not how it is. That's not how it is. I used to look at these as the ones who had a beard.
And we'll collect money for God by shaving our beards.
At least they kept the appearance.
Yay!
They became westernized. And the same thing is becoming.
We can say that if they want.
Stick the old ones in a hole and they don't know shit. All this crap. Now we went
A
to
fur ball! It's a fur ball! I'm gonna try a fur ball!
I don't even know what that was. That's stoner metal. Compared to what he looks like now.
Yeah, they are that
I mean,
slow.
how far has he come from the class?
They love that, are they? Yeah.
This is what happens when you actually surrender to it, accept it, and allow to embody and embrace it. This is priceless. These things are priceless. You cannot look at another being on the planet.
Shit's about to dry.
Shoes. If you looked at them, you'd freak the fuck out. Because they're dead. Now that's heavy shit. But I'll take them out. That's what I love. Nobody can pretend to be you. We will preserve who you are, so you are preserved enough to remember. Cucumbers, pickles, come on. That's enough for now. So you can put the face with the face also. Are you fucking whore? That's why I have tablets, eh? My fingers are too big for these things. Go back. You've been doing wonderful with my temper so far. You see. I applaud all my children for that. Look at me. Look at me. Much happier. In these moments, it would be a little less, or I have to feel back into everything before I brought it up. But you've all went. And I applaud you. I'm so grateful. Doesn't stop. Now, if I didn't have my medicine, I was fucked. I'm fucked. That being then, and being now, you can't count it. What was it? Regarded.
Backdrop. Web view.
Backdrop.
Press select to activate.
Now I looked at myself, so I took on the slower for a moment. I'm already almost there. I take on everything as the reflection that I was going through. You know, I hadn't seen nothing yet. We got to watch half the TV, half the stuff, play me, take everything that I love, mom stuff, the last of everything I love, they stole. I had to pay for it. I had to pay them to leave to the one called Costco. Because they had me in a fucking corner. They had me as a gimp. You know what a gimp is? A sex slave in a leather suit that does anything they have to. They put them in a cage. That's what they did with mom. Haha, look at that. Look at that. It's on the TV.
How many planets in the Milky Way? How many planets in the Milky Way again?
You want to give that wrong answer? Give me something like that. You know, scientists say 500. You're so fucking. Every star is a fucking planet. You dumbass. It's a map. It's the void. That's creation all the way from there to here. From there to here. This is it all right here. There are things within the water, which is food space, that you have no idea could ever exist. We're showing you how to remember. And it is priceless. As I shared, we're about to end the class. That's a beautiful one. When we hold these classes, children, I have to stop everything so that they all pay attention to me. And I pray that they pay for everything that everyone in this field has accomplished. You too, how everything you've accomplished over 500 lifetimes. I can say that 500 lifetimes. So there is nothing that you cannot remember. How impossible not to show it. We are very patient with our patience here. That's what I have to do. The fifth crystal class is about the first couple. And whether they're together or not in that sense, which is a 3D sense that all you can get. There's no, simply no. And I shared this before. But you're all in charge of 144 countries together. You're in charge of those tribes. Which y'all believe. And I said to you, that's good. You created them. She's like, are you sure? This nigga I like. That nigga no planets, just so you know. Not one planet. That's the test. That's the test. You're going to see him in everything. He gave up. He gave up. He goes, I'll wait for God. I'm going to attract the opposite. And truly, that's what happens. We have to come back. I've been here, so I need to know that I still had a little lessons to chop. Simply was faster at it. But not me. And I had to go home and get cheat sheets. I stayed here. This was the test. How the fuck are you going to get better at anything than just keep taking the test? Let's see. Hey, look. How's that? Flag A.
Nice.
What's the phone doing? Oh, that's the portal. So really, what we want to share is keep up the good work and let's keep going. And please do your best to not hold anything against each other. Or this is the resolution of man, woman, woman, man. This is the resolution of Adam and Eve, so man. However way you want to put it. We're doing beautiful. Again, how much was that box of blunts? Never gave me the answer. How much was a box of blunts?
How much?
Yeah. No shipping. So how much was it?
Went to get there plus 12, that's 36 because there are two packages.
No, the blunts.
563
The
cases.
blunts. I want it in Canadian.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably 40 something dollars Canadian.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You gave an hour of your weekly wage for those blunts.
You know, if I don't have
Here we go with the explanation.
giving
I'm there. Cindy's daughter. Don't not insult me. You know how much fucking everyone else gets? Nada. It's not about comparing you to anything but yourself. That's all we're doing. The only thing I've ever asked for, the first thing I ever fucking asked for, I asked my daughter, she fucking made sure it happened. Some fucking nigga stole it from me. And it fucking threw her, fucking spun her out. Because I couldn't handle it. I wasn't responsible. And I apologize. I said to her right away, it's my fault. To hold it against me was a lesson. And I put up with what I had to put up with. Now, tonight, it just so happens, they were to have a, did we have that meeting? I know you were jerking off in the back room. She was jerking off with FM, waiting on Anja. Why do you have to have Anja? Why would you use Anja as an excuse not to have it? Because she hates Anja.
We're already on a call discussing it
right
together.
Listen to her right now. You're gonna justify something that I fucking said. That I know to be true. That the littlest hates the biggest and the biggest hates the littlest. That's how you know all the difference. They will look for any fucking reason, any excuse, they'll use anybody to not do something. 6 fucking days, I saw her put on a fucking shelf something I fucking did. I don't want to share how little of a task it was. They will use any excuse not to do something if you all are. I would stop. That's why I shared it with my team. When I showed up. Fuck that. I would be 200 $100. Things to God now. And that's simple. That's simple. What Mom and I are doing for every fucking moment is priceless. You never pay us all the money on the plant. It's not about the money. It's about the smile. It's about seeing you this. Let's look at Martina. Hey, go ahead, Martina. Bring us a picture of a year and a half ago. Oh, yeah. I asked the moon to do it. I haven't seen it. She's not. Okay. I asked. This one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We went through this lesson last time. Do what you gotta do. We would love. This is gonna be great. We get to see how much you feel. Is that what? Yeah. It's close. When one feels blame, they'll get mad. As opposed to being responsible, they'll get mad. As opposed to saying, fuck it, I'll take it, I'm no matter what. They'll get mad. Welcome to Louisville. Welcome to FM. They could not handle the lessons we had. Not even close. Does anybody recall you said thank you? Be the last one.
harder to beat them or to you? Bet your ass it's harder to beat them. You bet your ass. Because they're not you and you're not them. So it's goes both ways, right? So just know you all have it tough. As it gets for having a free ride. That's weird. That's Halloween shit. That's fucking Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and couldn't do it. I brought here you referred to a full minute. Who's got all the gifts? If I've got all the gifts, fuck, anyone looks at them, they love them. They look at us, they hate us. So what's unfair? What's unfair, I ask? You were given all privilege? Well, guess what? It's a lot harder having privilege. Because you have this expectancy that everyone should have it. And when it doesn't come to fruition, it upsets you. Right. Blame on the It's tough. Now imagine having both. For every being in creation, on every time. Because that domino runs into the hit. This class will go down as the greatest class. Maybe the fewest participants, aside from when Luna had the pass. She did. That's why she's here. Who is the toughest being on the planet? Aside from Mama, there's no doubt. You're second. Martina's work. She's still in the system. She's still in the system. Now we're about to research and move back into the system and see how. Oh my lord, what was it? Look at that old fucking lady. Who the fuck is that old lady? Yeah, that's not even a half. Look at your mom.